I guess I'm back on Fortnite again. Uh, we'll just see if this morphs into an episode. If I talk enough about stuff. I really don't feel real bad at all today, so it's like um, a little sleepy because it's like fucking 4 o'clock in the morning. But uh, I won't be like scatterbrained and like leave out like bits of my thoughts or like uh, slur my words or whatever. Or like not explain things good or like do word salad stuff, like with the psychotic word salad stuff. I probably won't do that real bad because I ain't feeling real bad today because it ain't hurting real bad today. But it's like Tylenol hurting today. So yeah, but I don't really notice when I do the word salad shit sometimes. Uh, Trying to think of where I left off the last time. I can't really remember. Uh, it's something about Isaiah's, I think, or the thing I had checked on the last time on the list was Kolob, the Kolob incident at Mabel's sisters or something, or so-called sisters. Yeah, I guess I'd talk a little bit more about what I can remember of Kolob, but it won't be much. Um, let's see, what's as far back as I can remember about Kolob? Uh, or at least a place I think that in my head I keep getting is Kolob. Um, um, where the fuck to put my vape at, bro? Shit. I don't need any more of that. It probably collapsed my lungs. So I've been smoking so much. But anyway, yeah, I, uh, Kolob, the earliest I can remember was that if that one place I'm calling the Water Hose House is Kolob, then yeah. That's the earliest I think in my memory banks that I can remember of my like immediate memory. But it's like everything's so scattered, and I don't know if it's misremembrance or me getting it confused or something. But I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I call it the Water Hose House because it's like I remember going there with Tina, and like that's one of the things that like was always unraveled all over the yard, or it's just like it just I was just like staring at it one day, just like zoned out and like, oh, those are cool water holes. Those are real bright. Type of thing in my memories, and it's just like that's why I call it the water hose house. It's like it's the water hose house, you know. And yeah, uh, I don't really remember a whole lot about it. Yeah, Don and Bess, what I think is my grandparents, on my mom's side, or what I think is my mom's side. My mom, that's what I my alleged mom's side. You know, she's yeah. Sorry about the word salad, but uh, yeah, that's the first one I can remember. But I can't really remember a lot about the Waterhouse house. I remember it being like all like I can remember it being like real sweet and like makes you think of like those '90s songs like "I Am Rosemary's Granddaughter" or something, and fucking Leanne Rhymes and shit. And I remember playing with some of the kids in the neighborhood and things like that. Um, And then like one day I just all of a sudden seen like I think it was Emily. It was at one of the other holidays, more holidays. But I seen them crawling around. Like, oh God! And I like started running. And then I think I seen at the store one time, just like somebody wasn't wearing the holidays. And it's like Tina then took me to one of those stupid human meat grocery stores or something where they selling heads. It's like, oh, you and Daddy come by this grocery store too? And it's like, yeah, yeah, they do. But they don't bring it around me hardly, I guess. And it's like, but yeah, I don't really know if it's some kind of weird setup with in relation to the Wade meeting camera monsters telling them to do this and do that and go there and do this or something. But yeah, and I remember, and like my memory's real bad, disjointed of it. And then after I have some of those memories of like playing with those kids, like it all of a sudden flashes to like this school with this cool looking vending machine. I can't really remember. I went there to watch some kind of weird play or something, or like some kind of school function that Wade had to go to or something, and for somebody, and it's like yeah, for someone that was in his real family, and but I didn't really get it because of the bifurcated timeline shit. And also, oh yeah, the bifurcated timeline. I don't think I really explained that real good, but I will before this video's over. Um, what I can understand of it, but or that's what I think it is. But you know what I mean. That's what I think is going on, a bifurcated doppelganger situation. But I can't really be for sure until somebody talks to me, because you can't really trust the memories in your head if they're misconstrued or misremembrances or whatever. But yeah, then Waze took me to a couple of other places. I think the other planets and stuff were some of his other buddies from other planets have been. Um, yeah, there's interdimensional Wi-Fi, and I think Wade plays video games and shit, or he's been friends with them, or he met them through video games online or something stupid like that. But that's not really stupid, you know what I mean? But yeah, then let's see. Uh, and yeah, there was another cool place that Wade and Tina drove me that I know wasn't Earth now. Um, it was that one cul-de-sac place. Um, for some reason, they took me to this one lady's house that was telling me she was my mom. And for some reason in 2016, it might have been because I said, but I don't really know. Or they're playing some kind of weird echopraxia thing. The kidnapper, hostage echopraxia thing. I really don't know. But or Wade doing his weird videos and like yeah, this lady would say she's my mom and shit. Like Wade and let Wade and them come by there or something, the real house or something. But yeah, it's this real cool cul-de-sac place. And, this real sweet seeming house. And it just seemed like somewhere that was like, it was a brick house too. But there's like futury shit around every now and then if you look for it. But it was like a regular brick house around the neighborhood. Besides, like seeing a robot mowing somebody's yard or something, it seemed like it was like it's fucking Louisville or Cincinnati around the projects or something. Oh, well, there were like nice brick houses, but like the rich projects or something. You'd think it was like the richer projects or something. Uh, like the blue collar projects. Yeah, um, like those houses you see in Hamburg or around Hamburg or something in Lexington. It's like just the suburbs, yeah, the suburbs, and For the life of me, I can't remember who that was, but but it was always so danky there, like the atmosphere. It's like it looked the atmosphere wasn't much different from Earth, but you could tell that it wasn't Earth because the way the air was ionized and the way that in the morning when you got up when it was misty outside, you could tell by the way that mist dispersed and the way the mist looked in the air that it wasn't really Earth, and the way the dew formed on the grass. Um, but once you've been on Earth for so long, and you go to another realm or dimension or something, and no matter how beautiful or like how much of a paradise it is, you'll always pretty much at least kind of miss Earth to the point where you'll be like, like go up to that lady and be like, "Hey, mom, I got an excuse to go to Earth. Let's go." And it's like, um, and I guess that shit ain't bullshit. Uh, After they come pick me up, I ain't got very many coming back to Earth left. You know, like I think they may or may not come back for like a few times or just once for like a couple days or a couple hours, and that'll be all the Earth time I'll ever have, and it'll be the last time I ever see her. And it kind of like fills me with like some pretty bad melancholy, but it's like since this bullshit won't stop, since I've been staying here, these random people coming up, it's like I gotta do something. And it's every few years, and some years it's been every a few times a year. And 1 month it was like a couple times a month, I think. They somehow got on the lead and they kept coming back. And it's like, what? Like some weird shit kept happening the same month. And it's like, I guess that's how bifurcated doppelganger thing is. The best way I can really describe the bifurcated doppelganger situation is like I got lost in latency, and then she waited to see if she could find another me that was grown up enough to try to sit and figure everything out because there was so much shit going on she didn't know what else to do, and we had to go around like protecting ourselves because latency in the flow of time is really bad. I think a couple seconds is a million years in relation to that place. A million years here is, I think, a couple seconds or a couple minutes there. And it's like, yeah. So if she's still doing the cycling through time shit, it's like it ain't even been a day since this happened. The 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 initial incidents. It ain't. I don't even think it's been a day since like if you minus all the times I've been there since the 90s, the first time in the 90s, uh, then it ain't even been a day since it happened. When you add those things in, it's been a couple days since it happened. Because I've been there before and stayed a couple nights, and I just thought, dude, I can't handle it, dude. This fucking hell. I want to go fucking home. You know. Uh, and that's what always makes me lose it. He's like, dude, I'm in fucking hell. But it's like, yeah, it's cool here, and it's like it's like better than you'd imagine heaven to be. It is what heaven you'd imagine heaven to be. But it's like, dude, goddamn, it's what humans call hell. But it ain't like they keep saying it ain't called hell. But it's like, yeah, and it's like they keep telling you it's that stupid fairy tale, and it's somebody blew the proportion. Excuse me, it's somebody blew the punishment complex out of proportion. And it's like they added some kind of weird horror story trope to, excuse me, kind of horror story thing to it, and made horror movies out of you or something when you're just a dude that fucking goes to the gas station down the road to fucking get their version of Twinkies and shit, uh, and and take a fucking backpack with you so you can fill a whole fucking backpack full of their fucking Twinkies and boxes full of their Twinkies and shit. And it's like, yeah, apparently that's who the devil is. He's a dude that goes to the that has a fucking rucksack that fills a fucking rucksack full of Twinkies uh, uh, from the gas station down the road at one of his buddy's house or whoever's house that was every day and just does whatever they told him to do while he was there, but still, like, just like, dude, I gotta go home. We can't go home, you know? And it's like, yeah. And the thing is, like, people say, oh, it's probably nothing but serial killers there. And it's like, dude, it ain't. They don't really, it ain't like about horror movie shit there. They kind of normalize violence, but it ain't like in a serial killer way. It's just like the the restaurants and stuff advertise like hamburgers and like their meat products, you know, like real gruesome way. But that's about it. I really noticed. The only really gruesome things are the blood sport things, which aren't everywhere. The ads for them aren't everywhere, and the meat product ads are pretty gruesome. But that's it. But it ain't like in a horror movie gruesome way. It's just like it shows a fresh severed head that's like it's like fucking healthy enough to eat. And also, yeah, the reason why they eat brains there is because they got something that they spray in the fucking head hole that boils out the prions in it, so you can eat it and don't get cooed. Like literally, they got something that boils prions out of brains so you can eat them. And it's like, dude, that's how like advanced they are apparently. And that's just shit from the grocery store. That's just like a bunch of, that's just like tubes of liquid they got at the goddamn grocery store. Can boil prions out of brains, and so you don't get too. And so when you eat it, it's like, yeah. And it's like a fucking, it's like the Ritz Carlton there, fucking everywhere you go, or like fucking. It's like Hansel and Gretel, Ritz Carlton Country Club meets the Jetsons, and it's fucking cool. Or that, yeah, like Stephen King's Castle Rock, if they made a movie out of it or something. Or what's that one movie, Lock and Key, that Netflix show, No Lock and Key. It's about like that. It's exactly like that, actually. Like it's like the future version of Lock and Key, like the aesthetic of it. And I used to call it driving through the glades whenever we went there. And it's like, yeah, I guess I'm gonna go driving through the glades again because it's like our my real hometown will remind you of the Everglades. That's what it reminds everybody of, I think. It reminds them of Country Club meets the Jetsons Everglades or the Adirondacks or some shit like that. And it's the most beautiful place I've ever been. But I have memories with these people that I just can't get over. And it's like I see the proof and I believe it, but there's there's an element to it where I can't there's like background doubts. It's like, you know, it's like yeah, I get latency and stuff and you constantly have to protect me, that's the only reason I'm still alive. They've constantly had to protect me while I was here and get me out of this and get me out of that, and I would have been in much worse shit if they didn't. And yeah, along with the other me, but it's like I just don't know what else to do. And yeah, the fucking department stores and shit like that, and another random tangent, uh, are like fucking. Also, yeah, sorry, but these videos are probably going to be nothing but mostly random tangents because that's all I can really remember about the situation. But some of it'll be stuff pertaining to like key elements of what's actually going on, and you might be able to get a picture of it. But sorry if you don't. It's just me being just making videos. But yeah, the department stores like Target, they'll remind you of Target, or like the atmosphere, like the danky atmosphere in there reminds you of that stupid Career Opportunities movie, which I fucking love that movie. By the way, who don't love that movie? You know, it's super danky. You know? I love danky. I danky atmosphere. I think everybody does. Like rain hitting a tin roof, super calming. That's what I always feel whenever I go back there. Super calm. And I always feel super loved, but it's like those people. Though. Whenever I've come to points where I've had to stay there and lost it and had to come back here, I'd do that seizure, like what you call it, suspended animation type of. I almost had to get put in suspended animation type of shit because I'm losing it so bad. And that's what they do for real bad psychosis. Uh, that that they can't really cure immediately, is they put you in suspended animation for a while. I think a couple days or something till you calm down. And yeah, that's what they do for severe psychosis. If the medicine won't calm you down immediately, and you keep losing it after some like tranquilizers they give you, like they do in the mental hospital here, they put you in suspended animation, and that always works. But it's pretty bad to have to get put in that. But what else was I saying? Oh, shit. Uh, uh, I can't remember what I was fucking saying. I know I was on a roll with something. Uh, Something about danky atmosphere, I think. No, it wasn't really danky atmosphere. It was something else. I remember it in a minute. Um, oh yeah, something about the department stores there. Yeah, the department stores will remind you of fucking like that stupid Career Opportunities movie. And yeah, I always felt like I was super loved there, but it's but yeah, I don't want to have to get put in suspended animation, and that's some of what's going on. But yeah, um, uh, I know I have to go back there, but I'm. I guess you could say I'm ready, but I still want to stay here for a little while, for as long as I can. Um, Also, I think I was trying to start to remember something, but it just slipped my mind again. Um, It's, but yeah, it's just something else, man. Let's see if I can like. But yeah, one of the things that I liked there the most was going to the hospital. That either I can't remember if I was born there or if one of my family members was born there or something. And it's just fucking. It's just so super cool and cozy and shit. And uh, the TV there, like I keep saying, is just like fucking cool. And like the hospital that either me or one of my kids or relatives or some shit was born at has like some kind of like wildlife enclosure in it or something. I don't really know what kind of wildlife they'd fucking keep, but it talks. Yeah. So yeah, if it ain't a tube animal, it talks. So yeah. But yeah, the my last days on Earth's coming up soon, and I'm kind of looking forward to going back. But then again, you know, I'm kind of scared. Yeah. And I keep remembering all these weird places and stuff, just running a mile a minute in my head. And and then when I think of them places, I think of the simple life pleasure memories I had with Dawn and them, just walking up and down the road and throwing rocks off that bridge or catching minnows or something, or frogs. I was always afraid to touch them, but Dawn did sometimes, or Tyler would. And then the little tight sandbox I used to play in all the time. Uh, I was outside of Dawn's. Just the memories associated with that. That was one of the things that always brought me back too. Was make me lose it and want to come back. Is the memories of playing in that little tight tractor sandbox Dawn bought me. or somebody bought me. And just hanging out with Dawn on Miller's Branch and watching Are You Afraid of the Dark on a blanket he spread out, eating SpaghettiOs. He spread the blanket out so it gets SpaghettiOs everywhere. And I used to make him get all the kitchen chairs out and put them in lines, like in a straight line, like in one in front of the other, like we was riding on a bus or a choo-choo train, and we all go choo-choo and stuff. And all the times he'd take me by Walmart and buy me a Lego set and build the Legos for me. And as I got older, I started to kind of be able to build them. But whenever Wade was doing something to me and I was hurting, my head was hurting or my privates was hurting, I could never really build them until somebody fixed me. And I was like, oh, dude, I can build Legos now. That's cool. Up until they did something to me again. Or, oh, dude, I'm getting A's and B's in math at school. Who the fuck fucking thunk that, you know? Uh, yeah. Or I did good on a test in math or something, astonishingly. Because I was able to think, or my grades went up or something. You know? And I didn't even have those super hyper intelligent shit. They fixed my fucking private parts in my head. And I wasn't hurt. I was like a normal guy. Just not hurt and able to think and do things. And draw a circle, a decent looking circle and decent looking straight line. Because that's one of the signs of like, if your mental acuity's fucked up, you can't draw a presentable circle or a presentable straight line. And it's like, yeah, I can barely draw one. I can kind of, I can do it now because I ain't hurting real bad. But in the past, I couldn't even. You couldn't even ask me to. Because I was constantly hurting, and I don't know how I maintained at least a 2.0, sometimes a 3.0 in high school. I just don't fucking know how the fuck I did that. Um, uh, and it wasn't the other me like forcing them to give me good grades. It was just I just did as good as everybody else about it. Cause it's fucking Bertha County, Kentucky. I mean, everyone there is fucking dumber and fucking fucked. You know, like fucking Deliverance, fucking stupid. But anyway, but yeah, and the Miller's Branch memories, going to fucking yeah, like sailing out with Dawn and building Legos, um, and things like that. And going to Chuck E. Cheese and shit like that when I was a kid with them, you know. Uh, but I am real glad to go back and get over the whatever this is.